Chapter 369, An instant return to his hometown. With more affinity, Song Shi tried to approach the plane barrier again. The familiar plane power did not come. His hand actually slowly passed through the barrier and entered for the first time. Before he could look further, space fluctuated. He staggered and fell in, as if he was being devoured by the plane. He actually sneaked in just like that. Before he could be happy for long, a black bolt of lightning suddenly struck him. In the blink of an eye, Song Shi was reduced to ashes. Ding, you have been killed by lightning tribulation. Lightning resistance increased. After resurrecting, Song Shi frowned. A second defense? Come, I've never been struck to death by lightning before. As he continued to go deeper, lightning kept striking him. Although these lightning tribulations were not as terrifying as plane power, they could still easily kill him. Sparks and lightning flashed along the way. It was as if Song Shi had been targeted by a lightning tribulation. He would be killed the moment he revived by lightning. It was unknown how many times he had been struck to death before he finally came to the inside. Boom! Song Shi was struck by the lightning and landed on the ground, creating a huge pit. The surrounding vegetation, soil, and rocks were reduced to dust under the power of lightning. Bah! Bah! Song Shi, who had revived on the spot, choked on the flying sand. He spat a few times and said gloomily, "Damn it, I just wanted to come here for a vacation. Is there a need to be so abusive?" What answered him was a lightning tribulation. Song Shi's skeleton was revealed in aftermath of the lightning. After enduring for a moment, he turned into charcoal. After resurrecting, Song Shi tactfully set the resurrection point in midair to avoid eating dirt when he was struck by lightning again. Lightning was still brewing in the sky, as if someone was transcending a tribulation. Song Shi observed carefully and realized that the power of the lightning tribulation far exceeded that of his realm. He did not know if it was because the level of this world was higher or if it was deliberately targeting him. If he was not wrong, it should be targeting him. Boom! Amidst the deafening thunder, the destructive lightning tribulation descended again. Song Shi was already used to being struck by lightning and faced it calmly. During the process of being struck by lightning, he realized that the power of the lightning tribulation was constantly weakening, and the color was also becoming lighter. He died a few more times. After the reward for being killed by the plane power for the second time arrived, the feeling of being targeted by the lightning tribulation suddenly disappeared. Although he was still a little out of place in this world, at least he was no longer struck by lightning at the drop of a hat. Looking at the dissipating dark clouds, Song Shi pondered. Looks like I've deceived the second defense barrier. Now, I've basically succeeded in disguising myself. Light shone through the dark clouds. Song Shi discovered a huge purple sun floating in the sky of this world. Perhaps it was because the sunlight was different, but the ground looked gray. In the void, a purple-black demonic aura that was different from spiritual ki filled the world. He subconsciously absorbed it. The demonic aura entered his body. Not only was it disobedient, it also fought against his own nomological power crazily. Song Shi's expression changed. He instantly knew that the demonic aura was poisonous to him. Sigh, this trip is destined to be filled with hardships. Everything in this world is filled with malice towards me. Song Shi was helpless. After some consideration, he gritted his teeth and absorbed the demonic aura. Soon, circles of purple demonic patterns appeared on his skin. His muscles twisted, and it was as if poisonous snakes were skewering his flesh. This was a frenzied resistance between the demonic aura he absorbed and his own nomological power. The more he absorbed, the more ferocious this resistance became. Damn it, I don't believe I can't refine you. Song Shi refused to believe it. Today, if I don't refine you, I will make myself explode. Soon, his entire body swelled up, turning into a purple-skinned monster that looked a little ferocious. At the same time, the commotion of his tribulation attracted the surrounding living beings. The powerful demons flew over and secretly observed him. Seeing a purple black-skinned monster floating in the air and several huge pits caused by the lightning tribulation on the ground, they were all shocked. The power of the lightning tribulation is so terrifying, yet he could withstand it. Could this be a demon emperor? Even if it's not a demon emperor, it might be a great demon saint. At least the demon saint's tribulation isn't that terrifying. Why haven't I heard of any powerful beings nearby? Could it be that they've been living in seclusion here? In the discussion of which demon Song Shi was, the bolder one seized the opportunity to fly over first. It was a demonic beast emperor covered in scales. It carefully flew closer. "Senior, I'm the Earth Badger Beast Emperor. I'm here to pay my respects to you." Song Shi did not understand. He knew nothing about the language of the demon realm, and the other party did not dare to communicate with him with his thoughts. As soon as he was distracted, the suppressed demonic ki in his body lost control, and his body expanded again. Then he exploded. Boom! The terrifying aftershock of the explosion spread and tore the nearby ground badger beast emperor into pieces. In the distance, the experts of the various races who were about to follow and pay their respects were dumbfounded. Why did this senior explode? They didn't have time to think too much. The terrifying aftershock of the explosion spread, forcing all the leaders to retreat. Ding, you have been exploded to death by demonic energy. Your physique has increased and your demonic energy affinity has increased. The reward is delayed. In notification, Song Shi revived in midair. He was a little depressed. You win this round. Let's do it again. He took a deep breath and instantly looked like a toad. Purple-black patterns appeared on his face and his neck bulged as a large amount of demonic ki gathered. When the surrounding demonic creatures saw that he was still around, they looked at each other. Thinking of the unlucky person just now, they only dared to greet him from afar. Song Shi did not understand the language of the demon realm and could not be bothered with these guys. The surrounding demons who had come to watch the show immediately understood his attitude. Let's go. This person definitely doesn't like to be disturbed. Any more interruptions and you'll be blown up like that guy. Let's go home. I don't think the Almighty will stay here for long after breaking through. The group of demonic creatures retreated tactfully, and the surroundings fell silent. No one disturbed him. Song Shi studied the demonic aura in peace. He realized that demonic ki and spiritual ki were the two extremes of the same scale. The spiritual ki was clear and elegant. This demonic ki was thick and violent. Moreover, the demonic ki here was purer than the spiritual ki in the boundless continent. At the same time, he discovered that the space of this world was more stable, and the pressure it brought was even stronger. It could be seen that this ranked above the boundless continent was one of the so-called upper realms. However, if he wanted to absorb the demonic ki in this world, he had to give up the nomological power in his body first. Otherwise, the two extreme powers would fight. Song Shi refused to believe it. Since yin and yang could be fused, why couldn't spiritual ki and demonic ki be absorbed at the same time? The price for not believing this was that he quickly exploded again. Although the reward did not come immediately, Song Shi still had a deeper understanding of demonic ki, and he could last longer. After studying for an entire day, the reward for being killed by the plane power for the third time arrived. His affinity with the plane had increased, and the feeling of being targeted had decreased significantly. His comprehension of demonic ki had also deepened. However, when he thought about how many times he had died under the plane power, which was at least 10,000 times, he still had to wait for more than 10,000 days for the reward that would explode from the demonic ki to arrive. This would be after dozens of years. It's over. I've died so many times. I have to rely on myself to comprehend it now. Song Shi was depressed. Let's go back and rest first. In any case, I won't be able to move a single step here in such a short period of time. With this thought in mind, Song Shi chose a backup resurrection point after being blown up by the demonic ki. To return to his hometown. Boundless Continent, Kian Nation, Jinzu, Song Manor. Song Shi crawled out from under the bed. He took a deep breath and commented, "Home is still the most comfortable place to be."